In Unit 6, we will be studying similar triangles. We're going to start with talking about what is a ratio. Well, a ratio is a comparison of two or more quantities. Ways to represent a ratio will be A to B or A over B. We can also say A to B, and we can use A colon B, and all of this suggests it's a ratio. However, we must remember that ratios must be simplified. Here is our first example. It says a music store has 40 trumpets, 39 clarinets, 24 violins, 51 flutes, 16 trombones in stock. Give each as a simplified ratio. So what we want to do first is we want to figure out how many of each. So how many trumpets do you see? You are correct. That would be 40. How many violins do you see? That would be correct. 24. Flutes, 51, and clarinets, 24. And we would do the same for number 3 and number 4. So take the time to write that, and then we are going to simplify. So when we simplify 40 to 24, we get 2 to 5. For every 2 trumpets, there are 5 violins. Clarinets, flutes to clarinets. When we simplify 51 to 39, we get 17 to 13. Go ahead and use your calculator so that you can figure out how to actually simplify this. So in your calculator, go ahead and put 51 divided by 39. You can find a common term that can go into both, and that's 3. And so 51 divided by 3 is 17, and 39 divided by 3 is 13. Or you can put math, enter in the calculator, and it will simplify it for you. All right, so 17 to 13. Take a look at 16 to 40. It simplifies to 2 to 5. Let's take a look at violins to the total instruments. This means we had to add them all up. We get 12 to 80. Unfortunately, this is not totally simplified. So if we totally simplify this and we divide each one by 2, we'll get 6 to 40. Do you think that's simplified? Absolutely not. So 6 to 40 is going to be 3 to 20. And that is our final simplified answer. All right, we're going to talk about something called extended ratios. It is a comparison of 3 or more quantities. Extended ratios are written as A to B to C. What we're going to do now is we're going to look at some practice problems from pages 1 and 2. We're going to go ahead and do numbers 5, 7, and 9. The ratio that tells us that we're going to have to write it as a ratio of 2 complementary angles is 3 to 7. Find the measure of both angles. So what do we know? We know that 2 angles, angle 1 plus angle 2, is equal to 90 degrees. That is the definition of complementary. Now it tells us that the ratio is 3 to 7. So that's 3 to 7. Now what we know is that if the ratio is 3 to 7, then one of the angles is 3x and the other angle is 7x, and they both equal 90. So 3x plus 7x gives us what? 10x. and 10x is equal to 90. We divide both sides by 10, and x is equal to 9. Are we done? No. It says find both angles. So when we find our first angle, we're going to take a look at 3x, and we're going to plug in 9. So 3x multiplied by 9. And then the other one is 7x multiplied by 9. And they both should come out to 90. So 3 times 7, or excuse me, 3 times 9 is 27. And 7 times 9 is 63. Does that come out to 90? Yes, it does. So both angles, one angle is 27 degrees and the other angle is 63 degrees. Okay. All right, let's take a look at extended ratio one. This says the ratio of the measures of the angles in a triangle are 4 to 7 to 9. Find the measures of the angles. Well, what do we know about an extended ratio? Okay. We know we're going to have to find 3 things in order to solve this. We also know that in a triangle there are 3 angles, angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3. 3 angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So now let's figure out what the extended ratio is. And the extended ratio is 4, 7, and 9. So this is going to be 4x, this is going to be 7x, and this is going to be 9x. And this is equal to 180. So what are we going to do with 4x, 7x, and 9x? What we're going to do is we're going to simplify, and we are going to combine the terms. 4 and 7 is 11. Plus 9 gives us 20. So that's 20x is equal to 180. We'll divide by 20. And we get x is equal to 9. We're not done because it wants the measures of all the angles. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug it in. 4 times 9 plus 7 times 9 plus 9 times 9. So this is 36 degrees, 63 degrees, and 81 degrees. Find the measures of the angles, and we found all 3 angles. The ratio of the measures of the sides of a triangle, the ratio is 2 to 8 to 9. If the perimeter of the triangle is 76 inches, that's the total, find the length of each side. So side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 is going to come up to 76 inches. Okay. So what we know with our extended ratio is that this side is going to be 2x, this side is represented by 8x, and this side is represented by 9x. So now we're going to combine like terms. 8 and 2 is 10, plus 9 is 19. So on this side we have 19x. 19x is equal to 76. We are going to divide each side by 19, and we get x is equal to 4. It says find the length of each side, so we need to go back and plug it in. So that is going to be 2 times 4. And the next one is going to be 8 times 4. And the next one is 9 times 4. And it should come out to 36. So this is 8. No, it should come out to 76. Sorry about that. This is 8. This is 32. And then this one is 36. Okay. So what are our sides? Our sides are 8 inches, 32 inches, and 36 inches. Voila. What is a proportion? A proportion is an equation that states 2 ratios are equal. A proportion is written, A over B equals C over D. If we do the cross product, we're multiplying B times C, which is what you see right here. And we're multiplying A times D, which is what you see here. So cross product is going to allow us to set up problems and solve them. We will do practice problems from page 2, and it'll be 11, 13, and 15. Here we go. We're going to use the cross product here, and we're going to multiply 4 times 7 and set it equal to 2 times x. So 4 times 7 equals 2 times x. So this is 28 is equal to 2x. Divide by 2, and x is equal to 14. Okay. Next, this one looks a little different. When you have two terms, we're going to go ahead and put it in parentheses, and we still are going to do our cross products. So we're going to multiply across here, and we're going to multiply across here. So let's see what the setup is. Here you go with the setup. Now let's distribute and solve. And there you have it. X is equal to 5.1. Here's the last one. You set it up, solve it, and then come back to the video and see if you got it correct. Hopefully you got X is equal to 6.75. At this time, go ahead and do the problems that we did not do together and show it to your teacher to get the next assignment.